Well, yeah, hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the MajorSlackAttack, your first stop for titillating tactical gaming, and this is going to be the 75 weapon parts run. This is going to begin a big run where we are going to collect 75 weapon parts, all right? And I'm going to explain why. First of all, here we are, the Awan Chendawan power plant. We just finished the power surge stronghold takeover mission, and we are now basically in free roam mode. We can do whatever we want, and everything has been unlocked in the black market. As far as, I don't mean everything, what I mean by is equipment has been unlocked, vehicles has been unlocked, and most important of all, extraction has been unlocked. And I explained how to do that in the last video. Watch the last video to see how to do that. All right, so we are now free to do whatever we want. Equipment, this refers to weapons, all right, mostly, and parachutes, but you know, mostly weapons. All right, to upgrade weapons, you spend weapon parts. You have to collect weapon parts, and then you spend them on upgrading a weapon. For example, let's select the pistol. Here you go to upgrade, and you'll see it will cost us 5 upgrades, or 5 weapon parts to upgrade this pistol to level 1, or level 2 rather. All right, so it was at level 1, that's the default. It has now been upgraded to level 2. It now has more damage, better rate of fire, more accuracy, and a bigger magazine size. All right, level 3 will cost 10 weapon parts. Level 4 will cost 15 weapon parts. Level 5 will cost 20 weapon parts. Level 6, the top level, will cost 25 weapon parts. Okay, add all that up, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, it adds up to 75 weapon parts. Oh, now I get it. Yeah, so you get it now. All right, so if we collect 75 weapon parts and then make a save game, we will be able to experiment with max upgrading any weapon we like, right? So that's the whole point of this run. We're going to collect 75 weapon parts. This is going to span several videos. Again, I'm not going to do it all in one video, obviously, you know. See a lot of people on the forums asking, where do you get weapon parts and vehicle parts? Armor parts are pretty easy. Armor parts, if you want to know where to get a lot of armor parts, check out my how to get 50 easy armor parts video. I put that as a how-to video on Major Slack videos. I'll put a link in the video description for your convenience. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a 10 weapon parts run by clearing out a whole bunch of locations in this area here, right below Carl Blaine's residence. Carl Blaine's residence is right here, and I'm going to call this particular area Blaine County. All right, and we're going to 100% 6 locations there and collect 10 weapon parts just like that in the space of, I say, 15 or 20 minutes. This is a neat little run you can do. I'm going to show you where to collect everything, and you can get 10 weapon parts just like that. All right, let's do it. Let's extract to John Cougar Melon Camp there. Sorry. Let's extract to, I think it's called Peeken Bua Melon. Peeken Bua Melon. Hey, did Slack call it? Did Slack call it? Let's just skip this cutscene, and we're going to open our parachute because we want a precision extraction here. What we're going to do is dive bomb back to Carl Blaine's residence, where we can pick up the speedboat. All right. Okay, back to Carl Blaine's residence here. So let me get myself oriented. There's the water. Grapple down to the dock. Grab a speedboat. What we're going to do is drive the speedboat down to the first location here, Peeken Bua Melon. Alright, that's the plan. Let's do it. Okay, now this speedboat doesn't corner very well, so I'm going to go around this island instead of going that way. We could put a waypoint there to help us see in the dark. There you go, there it is right there. Now you want to preserve the speedboat, so park it nicely. This is going to be our getaway. Right about here. Right, remember where you parked. Stunt jump out. Let's get rid of that waypoint. And let's get underway. First part to collect is right here on the concrete boardwalk, right near the water. Right up near the north. That's north, south, west. West is the water, east is inland, alright? So the northwest section of town. Right there, alright? Weapon part number 1. Turn east. Weapon part number 2 is right there. Grapple up to the left and over this building. There's the gas station, that's very important. Weapon part number 3 is right there. Make sure that you're not standing near any military. I'll explain about heat later. Okay, weapon part number 3. Let's grapple to the center of town. Find the statue. This is very important. Hook up your triggered explosives. Whip a couple of triggered explosives at the family jewels there. Don't set them off yet. Yeah, I'm a real ball breaker. Look back towards the water again. You're going to see 2 tall buildings there. You're going to grapple sail in between them. Drop down on the other side. Find a cash stash here. Turn back south. Grapple over here. Look to the right. Find an armor part here. Go out to the middle of the road. Get run over. Oops. Yeah, only when I'm recording. I got the recording handicap here. Okay. Follow this road east to the southeast corner section. Southeast section of town. Find the field of flowers. And here's the vehicle part right here. Alright? Showing you the map where that is. I don't really give you a detailed map, but okay, so now we're gonna, sometimes some parts for these locations are found just outside of town. This is the case with this location here. So let's grapple southward, quite far south out of town, and you see a part right there. Vehicle part there. Look back towards the water. Find the final part right here. Another vehicle part. Right, so that's all the parts collected for Peeken Bua Melon back. And you should be at 62% now. Let's hitch a ride back to town. Grab a motorcycle. Oh, we got a fast motorcycle. The Hamaya Cougar. Follow the road north all the way back to town. We're going to go back to the gas station. Whoops. Somebody fell down and went boom. Okay, back to the gas station. And I forgot to collect ammo, so we're going to have to do this without ammo. Okay, we're going to have to do this with the pistol. I should have collected ammo at the power surge at the Awan Chindawan power plant. Okay, that's okay. I've done this before. So what we're going to do is blow the 4 gas pumps and set off the C4 charge, which is back on the statue. And this will 100% complete this town. Let's do it. And of course, this is going to bring the heat down on our ass. I think that's all the gas pumps. Let's blow the C4 charges and get the fuck out of Dodge. Where is our... See, this happens sometimes. The game will disappear your boat. Oh wait, there it is over there. I forgot where I parked. Into the boat. Boat out towards the setting sun. And if you go far enough, you should lose your heat. I'll explain about heat a little later on in this video. There we go. Our heat level's gone from red to yellow. We're in caution mode. It should quickly drop on down. And boom, we lost heat. There we go. Next is this guy right here. Peeken Gillang. Hang on. I'm going to screw up some of these names, obviously. But just don't need the boat anymore, so it's expendable. This is the same location that we went jamming through with Carl Blaine. Shut up, slow, please. Slow, Steven. We're doing a walk through here. I'm going to deep below my parachute to get out of the boat.
Let's hope he doesn't get bleached out of existence.
Sweet. Okay, once again, this is the location where we went blasting through with Carl Blaine when we were riding shotgun with Carl Blaine, and he suckered one of the enemies into bashing into these gas pumps here. This pretty much always happens, okay? So this will 66% this location right away by destroying those gas pumps. So all you have to do to 100% this location is to collect 2 parts. Here's some weapon parts here. And there's some more parts on the other side of the gas station to the south here in the field. Right beside the rock. There we go. Settlement complete. So we're earning bonuses, okay? Just to recap, every time you 100% complete any place, you earn a bonus. A chaos bonus and a money bonus. And that varies according to how big the settlement is. This guy's next. Let's catch a ride to town.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Preferably a motorcycle, but just my luck. Gonna get the recording handicap, so no motorcycle in sight. Whatever you do, don't snag a military vehicle. You turn on the heat right away. Here we go. This looks like a little putt-putt. Oh, a four-wheeler. All right. Now let's turn off the waypoint. We don't need that. Just follow the road south. Looking for a water tower on our left. Okay, there's the water tower off in the distance there. Looking for the silos just before it. There's a water tower, these kind of like silos, and there's a part up there. Jump up over here, collect the vehicle part. Grapple sail past the water tower rather. And there's another part right down here. Cash stash. Once you got those two, go out to the docks in this town. Ignore the gunfire, it's not for you. It's okay. Grapple out to the docks. And there's another part right there, another weapon part. So, collecting up the parts here, boss. Yeah. That's all the parts in this town. All we have to do is destroy the water tower to 100% complete this town. We could do this kind of like stealthy, like by going up into the hillside here. Right about here. Hook up the pistol. And the pistol doesn't have the same range as the SMG, so we have to go a little closer. And bit of a clipping problem here. There we go. And this will 100% complete this location. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. We're already pretty hidden. We don't have much heat. Let's just hunker down here and see if the heat goes away.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, that's right. It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. Name that band. Post a comment. Alright, so that's that location 100% complete. There's another little location just east of here. It only requires collecting one part. It's really ridiculous. Let's go do it. Grapple sail over there. You're looking for this little shack right there. There we go. Go in the little shack. Collect the vehicle part, and boom, you 100% complete this place. Yeah, stick with the slacker, you won't get whacked. And he's going to talk for a bit there. The Sloth Demon. This is the next location. This is the military installation. It's going to be a little more challenging. Let's go there now.
Opposite of order, Scorpion. Someone bent on disrupting order will soon find that Panau is a veritable amusement park of chaos.
I find his constant interruptions a little annoying, but hey, this game has so much going for it. I'll tolerate it. Okay, there's our next target. Want to land on the beach right about here. Two things you're looking for. You're looking for these two canopies, number one, and number two, the helicopter right there. We're going to steal that to make our getaway, alright? Under these two canopies, there's three parts just sitting real pretty. Weapon part here. You can collect them without getting any heat, usually. Armor part here, and a cash stash, I believe, across the way there. Dislike hauler to dislike hauler. Next, there's another part right behind this building there. Typically when we go over there, we're going to turn on the heat. So what we can do is go over there, grab the part, and then go on top of the roof in between those two sloping roofs and lose the heat like that. It's kind of ridiculous, but you can do it. Okay, let's do it. Over there. We got the heat turned on. Grab the weapon part, go up on the roof. Hunker down between the two slopes. Can't see me. Haha. And lose the heat.
Hey, let's put you out of your misery, huh? Don't let him get away.
Wait a minute. Where is he? What the hell? He just disappeared. He's like Houdini. There we go. And we lost the heat.
On the flag.
Back to your positions. Okay. Now. A couple of fuel depots over there. Let's throw a grenade there.
Him on the run.
Oh, I still had okay, I gotta get out of here. Hopefully I got those two fuel depots. Go up on this hill here, get a beat on the generator. And this broadcast tower right here. And finally, a weapon part beside here. This should 100% complete this place. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. Appropriate a helicopter.
It was worth every minute.
It was indeed. And fly straight up. If you go about 700 or 800 meters up, that should be enough to lose the heat. And go forward a little bit. Let's push forward a little bit. Heat. Heat is like the Wanted level in the Grand Theft Auto series, alright? This is this game's version of Wanted levels, right? There's 5 different levels of heat. In the beginning of the game, it only goes up to heat level 2. After you get enough chaos, it can go up to heat level 3, 4, and 5. And let me tell you, heat is pretty hellacious even at level 2. See, we just lost our heat, right? And I think it's 100,000 chaos will push you up to heat level 3, 200,000 chaos will push you up to heat level 4, and 300,000 chaos, once you acquire 300,000 chaos, it could potentially go up to heat level 5 when you continue to be a shit disturber. Alright? So that's the way heat works. And also, whenever you stand near a military guy for long enough, you could bring on the heat. Or if they see you in a stolen vehicle, you could bring on the heat. So even if there's no heat, you land with a stolen vehicle and the military sees you, that could bring on the heat. So we're in a stolen vehicle, we gotta ditch this.
No news yet on the intensive hunt for the White Tiger by thousands of soldiers and police.
And I'm just gonna interrupt this guy. This is our final target right here. It's a civilian village, but there are military there, so we gotta dump this helicopter. Out we go.
It is rumored that he now has many hundreds of followers, all brainwashed into believing his public boasts that he is a god amongst men.
And we're going for this temple right here.
Enemy located.
Yeah, I don't know why they got heat this. This is unusual. This happens sometimes here. Okay, so it's on. Not sure what the criteria there was. I've seen that happen sometimes. This is like, heat is like on a hair trigger. Okay, so it's back to caution, hunker down, lost the heat. Let's try this again. Possibly because I crash landed that helicopter near a military, a member of the military. Okay, so we're going to the western tip of this peninsula here to do this final village, Bandar Pertama. Everything cool? Okay, looks good. Okay, you're looking for this temple here. Let's see if we can do this without exciting anybody. Grab a weapon box there. Go on top of this building here. Over on the other side. Grab a weapon part there. Go on top of this building here. Looking for that terrace there with the green and yellow umbrella. Vehicle part there. Let's push west to the end of the end of the street. There's some stuff going on here. If you look to your right, there's two more parts there. Weapon armor part there, and a vehicle part there. Collect those. Go to the garden at the center of town. This should light up the parts. I'm going to call it the parts radar from now on. Get a cash box there. That's all the parts collected in Bandar Pertama. So you should be at 85% now. To 100% this place, you have to kill that water tower. And let's take some cover out in the bush to do this, since I'm low on health. There's also a skull to collect here. He's going to explain what... There's a skull right there. And the game's going to explain what skulls are. What are skulls? Come on, game.
You have found a sacred Eula skull, Scorpio. They belong to our people, but are spread out all over Panau. Please locate them for us.
Alright, and you get a bonus there. You get a chaos bonus and a cash bonus that's not part of 100% in completing this location. There we go, 100% to this place. This game, like, let's get the fuck out of Dodge.
It was worth every minute.
It certainly was. Hunker down here, see if we can fool him up. Haha, can't see me. There we go. Down to caution. And that should bottom it out. And we're done. That is it. That is my 10 weapon parts run. We started out at 15 weapon parts and we now have 25. 10 easy weapon parts by just doing these 6 locations here in what I like to call Blaine County. We're going to start next video right there, so let's extract there. And we're going to continue the 75 parts run from there. If you quit the game in this area, you'll automatically respawn at Blaine's place. So I didn't really have to do this, but just to make this walkthrough nice and neat. There we go. Back to Blaine's. That's it. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. And if you thought this video was remotely entertaining, hey, don't forget to give the old Slackster a thumbs up. Yep. Alright, see you next video.